Hi, everyone. This is Debbie Deno from Path to Heal, and I thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics. It's drainage pathways. And the reason I'm so excited about it is I've really found over my 35 plus years of doing this work that there's a couple of key secrets. And when you start your wellness protocol, when you start your health journey, detoxification, whatever the case may be, as you focus on improving drainage, that helps tremendously. So let's get right to it. So let me share my screen and we're going to go over a chart. Let me bring that up. And it's called Your Body's Drainage Funnel. Now, this comes from Cellcore Biosciences. I tend to use quite a lot of their products because they really understand drainage well. So let's look into it. So we have drainage pathways in our body that are designed to help take waste products. Every one of our cells creates some type of waste product, whether that's carbon dioxide that we end up blowing out when we breathe, or lactic acid, all kinds of things. So just our cells doing their normal work, there's going to be waste products created. And those accumulate within that organ, whatever those cells do, whether it's pancreas cells, brain cells, skin cells, whatever. And that organ and tissue is supposed to be drained by lymph vessels. Well, as that all begins to accumulate, our lymphatic system drains into our liver. And our liver's designed to do lots of things, but one of them is to pull waste products out of our lymph circulation, and then to either recycle some of those components or break them down and make them inert so that they can be dropped into the bile. And then that bile is released into our colon, becomes part of our bowel movement, and we excrete that out. But you'll see this is really a funnel. So the cells make lots of waste. The colon has a certain ability to compound that and to create a bowel movement. But if we see a blockage anywhere along this, so if we see a blockage because of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, the liver's not functioning to its capacity, or the bowels aren't being cleared, this system can back up. And that's what we're seeing over here. So the picture on the left, as you look at the screen, that is our normal drainage funnel working efficiently and effectively. And then the picture on the right is what usually happens. And so what usually happens is, in addition, you'll notice so much more sludge. This isn't just the waste products that our cells makes. It's all this toxicity that our cells are exposed to by things that come in, that we breathe in, things that come in orally through food, water, drinks, things that come in through our skin and such. So our cells are really so much more overwhelmed with not only their own waste products, but with toxicity. And one of the things that you see is that this begins to back up within an organ or tissue. And between the organ, so again, maybe a pancreas cell or the pancreas, and the lymph vessels that drain that, if the waste products and toxins are too much, the vessels become leaky. We begin to release those toxins into the tissues, which can be very bad. But this lymph system can get overwhelmed. And if you've ever had any swelling, have people that you know that do, that just really have a hard time keeping track of that, you're already seeing that with them. But again, as we come back through here, the lymph system is supposed to drain through the liver, and that system is backing up because there's just too much toxicity. So what does the liver do? Well, the liver gets in trouble over time. It gets stagnant. Toxicity tends to diminish our body's ability to keep a hold of nutrients that we need for our liver to function. Well, the liver says, you know what, I'm going to do what I can, metabolize what I can, and drop that into the bile. And everything else, I've got this escape hatch. And this escape hatch is called the blood-bile barrier. And when that escape hatch is used, the liver says, I cannot release all these wastes. I cannot and make them and the toxicity inert. So I'm going to dump them into this system. It's going to be released into the circulation, and it circulates throughout the body. So with toxicity, we start to see over time all of our cells and tissues can be affected. But there are three additional drainage pathways that we haven't already talked about. Our skin, the largest drainage organ we've got as far as square footage, our kidneys, and our lungs. Now, to some extent, all of our respiratory system releases toxins. When we think about snot and are drippy when we're dealing with allergies, but especially the lungs. So as these waste products and toxins are released out through the circulation, these organs try and pick up the slack. And over time, they become sensitized and inflamed, and over time can get damaged. So one of the things that we see with the lungs happening is people developing asthma. That is not just a genetic problem. It can be a drainage problem as well, and gets better when you approach your wellness working on drainage. But our kidneys also get sensitized and inflamed. And so over time, we start to get kidney damage, kidney failure, high blood pressure, things like that. And then lastly, our skin. Our skin can get sensitized. So we see redness, inflammation, or itchiness, or we see rashes, eczema, psoriasis. So when you see these types of problems with the lungs, with the kidneys, with the skin, we see problems with the liver, we see problems with the colon not clearing effectively. Those are all drainage problems. So as we recap, we're looking at that drainage is crucial to releasing toxicity. And I find before I start any kind of detoxing to me is binding, grabbing a hold of, and removing specific toxins that our body has not been able to clear. And so we've got to get drainage right first. If the drainage organs are having trouble, and we try and pull even more toxins out of our tissues, it just overwhelms the system. It's like taking a slow draining sink and pouring a whole lot of water in it. It's just going to back up. And so we're going to not feel well. We're going to get discouraged because detox isn't working. So again, if you follow me very long at all, you're going to hear me say that one of the most important things, it is one of my favorite hacks, and it is one of my top two detox hacks and what I call the secret sauce, and that is focusing on drainage. So if you've watched this video and you say, hey, that's me, and you want to learn more about ways to open up drainage for you or for a family member, please reach out to us at info@path, PATH, the number 2, heal, HEAL.net. Info@pathtoheal.net. We look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.